Yo, what's good? It's DB in the cut, you feel me? And then, I'm rocking with producer culture. DB stands for my name. My name is Darion Button. So, kind of got it from football when I was down in high school. Everyone had a nickname, JT and Chubbs. I was like, where my nickname at? And it's like, you know what? We're going to call you DB. I'm like, all right.
There you go.
And it was crazy because I remember when I was like making the beat, I did all GarageBand and I saw everybody had a tag like Metro Boomin. I was like, man, I need a tag. So I was working on it all like 1 week straight. I was on GarageBand. I went to my closet. I was like, what's a hard tag? I said, my name, DB. That's really
It's
me.
fire,
I said
though.
DB, and I put
you
on
put the
auto-tune.
auto-tune, yeah.
Yeah, on GarageBand.
I can't tell it's you though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why everybody
hard.
said like, it sound like a kid. So
Yeah. So how long have you been producing, and when did you decide that you wanted to be a producer?
I've been producing for almost 3 years. It'll make it June. It's a hard date to say because the first time I ever made a beat was in December 2018. No, November 2018. But I really tell everyone I started producing in June because I was just, out of curiosity, I was like, let me try to make a beat. Because my little brother, Nico, he was recording. He was like, doing songs. I was like, man. And I was always that person looking for beats. Like, I was always looking at type beats before I even started making beats. But I don't know. It was just that day I was like, man, let me make a beat. So, but for sure, when I got like serious or like, man, I really want to learn, it was like on my birthday because my mom gave me a laptop because at that time I had a full-ride scholarship to Lane College in Tennessee. I just started making beats on that computer.
So where did you get your inspiration for your sound?
ATL Jacob. That's my favorite producer of all time, man. It's crazy because like nowadays, like I can say like I'm part of his team. Like I'm under Wicked Money family. So for sure him, Metro Boomin, Honorable Cino, yeah.
So what is Tron music? Something
that I felt like I was inspired by, like the song F&N.
Mm-hmm.
The F&N just has some futuristic sounds with trap sounds that I really mess with. And my favorite artist is Future. Like 100%.
I feel you there.
So it was really just listening to those producers who cooked up with them and made songs with them. I was just like, all right, Tron music. Like I was watching the movie too. I was watching the not the oldest one, but the most recent one. And I was just like, man, it's some futuristic ass shit. I'm gonna call it Tron.
Do you think it's important for producers to have their own sound, and why?
I honestly feel like it's a great thing to have your own sound. Like just look at like Zaytoven. Like his sound never dies.
Great example.
Like you just know when you hear that beautiful piano, you're just like, ew, oh my God. Now other people are now mimicking his sound. So I just feel like sometimes when you have your own wave, your own forte, it don't even have to be something far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? If it's trap music, of course, keep it trap like. But just have your own sound, like
your own flavor.
Yeah, I still use the same drums as everybody. The Lex Luger clap, hit one hi-hat, everything like, use for trap. But I just kind of do it in a different way.
So do you prefer being in the studio with artists or cooking up at home and then sending out packs?
I'll say it this way. I like to create at home. I like to create where I'm at in my room, in my own state of mind where I'm relaxed. But when I go to the studio, I really want to play that sound in the studio. I just believe if you have a sound and you know something like, I think so and so can get on this. It's not because I make different stuff.
About being in the studio.
Yeah, I make different stuff. So I feel like if I'm in the studio and I'm really cool with them, I can have a good relationship. I can make them say, definitely. Get on this. Like
and relationships are important.
Yeah, like you want someone to trust you, and I feel like there was something that was talked about earlier, and it's crazy that Jacob was talking about it. I know I'm probably saying it wrong, but artists need to trust more of the producer, but not a beat maker. I feel like if you're just sending beats to somebody, he's gonna feel like how you feel that day. Like even if you know you some harsh shit, like man, I know he'll go crazy on this, but he's not feeling that today. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll just kind of take it from his brain. But I feel like if you're hands on with him, you can be that person where there's a lot of people in the studio that be like. I feel like a lot of people don't know this, but artists really be saying, y'all like this? Is that good?
Yeah, they do.
Should I say this again? Like, artists really sometimes need help.
Yeah, that's definitely true. They definitely do.
I'm trying to tell you. Like, I seen that a lot. Like, artists really need help sometimes in that type of situation. Because just imagine they always got to pop up with something on top of the brain. And it's coming to normality where people are coming from the top of the brain. So they think, right, like, being pepment is, like, not like obsolete in some kind of ways. I'm talking about trap though. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I can't talk about all the other stuff. I really do trap mainly.
How did you transition from making beats on YouTube to where you are now?
I still do YouTube. I still post like every day on. No, I do post every day on YouTube. I'm originally from LA, so I just felt like my sound was like in Atlanta. So I just feel like, you know what? Let me see if I can try to get with these people. That's what I was saying. So I can try to be in the field more. I just want to be in the field. I still want to do like my beats in my room and like see if I can find another artist out there. That's why I still do YouTube.
So you do advise like up and coming producers to continue to use YouTube even after they get placements?
Oh yeah, just use YouTube. It's another platform. It's just another way to reach other people. It's still a community on YouTube. And another thing too, YouTube pays good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell people how much they be paying me, but I get paid every month from YouTube, and all I do is post beats.
So you mentioned Twisted Genius saying that you wouldn't be where you are today if it wasn't for him. So how did that beat battle like change your life?
2021, like around March or something, and I saw him post something, and it was like a beat battle. I was like, I'm always beat battling. Like I'm always like that's how my beats were. It was very kind of like in your face. So I just felt like I was always battling, but I was like I never really got to like do it in person. When I saw that, I was like, well, that's different. And it was in Atlanta. I was like, okay, I gotta go out there. And I just saw like everybody was in there, like I said, ATL, Jacob, and all the other producers. That's where they be at. So I feel like it was a good opportunity. Saw a whole bunch of people there. When I saw ATL Jacob, I didn't talk to any other producer because I was kind of like nervous. I was just like, just in my zone. But when I saw ATL Jacob, like that's my favorite producer, I ran up to say, "Hey, bro, you gotta stay. I'm finna battle." Like it was like the first battle. I played them 2 beats. Everybody was like, "Whoa, these are crazy!" Like I got like the crazy reaction, and then once I got off, I won. Jacob ran up to me and said, "Hey, what's your number, man? Send me some more beats. I gotta hear more." I was like, "All right, bet." I got paid for my beats. I got followed by Twisted. I met Jacob. I got his phone number. It was just a crazy moment. It was just like, huh? Yeah, it was definitely a life-changing moment.
That's what I was trying to tell people though. The importance of beat battles, like it'll put you in a better place besides winning. Like the connections, the networking, the exposure, like it's beyond anything that like the little trophy could give you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not about the winning. It's about like I really think it's like showcasing your talent and see if you're really serious about it. Like everybody do beats, but like can you talk that talk? Like people say that too. Like you gotta understand when artists say send me beats, what you talking with? That's how you talk. I want to play the beats.
Right. So with that being said, are you going to be at Unbeatable the Battle on April 30th?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm definitely be there. I'm trying to hear some new stuff.
Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all are there. What are the pros and cons of being signed to a producer?
I feel like the pros is the amount of opportunity that's given to you, especially with somebody that's in that type of ranking or that's like in the rooms with other people. Like I'm signed under NTO Jacob. Everybody want to have songs in the future. Everybody want to do that. So I just feel like, you know, I'm not saying it's like taking advantage or anything like that. It's just like I have a sound that we can both like contribute to, and we can go up with each other. Like you never know. He has other artists too. Like he's trying to build. So he can be like, "Hey, DB, we work with this artist." All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It just gives you a lot more opportunities that's just out of my hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I really be in the house sometimes. I'll have to move around, go to studio sessions, but when I'm not there, you know, and Jacob's like, I need more beats. I can dish them out, and we all working together. I just feel like it's just a good hand in hand. I feel like the only con, and I'm gonna say it like this, like I'm ranting, but if you're not on your shit, then you're not even gonna get shit. Like on my mama, like you gotta be on your shit. That's the only con. It's really you. It's not them. They're already on. They're already on top. They've been doing what they're doing on their own.
Your work ethic.
But if they bring your opportunity, like, man, I want to sign you. I really think you'd be great with my team. To be the team player, you should be. Everyone has a role.
So when did you find out that you got a placement on Donda 2?
Around 2020, I was doing my first loop kit, and it was called the Heavenly Loop Kit. Mm-hmm. And I was putting it on YouTube, and it was a free kit. One of the loops that Jacob used was called God of War. And I did it around 2020. And there was this one time Jacob was on his... on IG saying I'm on Clubhouse, tap in. So I tapped in, and I remember Young Cutter was in there too. He was talking about, hey man, I got some loops. Let me send it to you. I'm the quiet one, so I'm just listening, trying to understand what's going on. He said his email. Oh, bet. I'm finna send him some loops.
I'm right away.
Yeah, right away. But the thing about it, he didn't get on it right away. I sent that like in November of 2020. he didn't get on until like December 2020. He didn't get until 5 months later or 6 months later in June
Timing is
of
everything.
2021. Timing is everything. So I saw him live. I ran up to Derek like, Derek, oh my God, look, he on my beat. Jake on my beat. Ah! I was turned. I was so turned. And then the next day I sent another beat because I had his phone number already then. Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna send another beat, let him know I'm still coming. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you do it.
So I was just really like saying I'm trying to get with this team. That's what I want to be around. So a few months later, he asked me to sign, and then after a few months after that, around December, he told me Future got on it. And I was just like, oh, for real? It's like, wow, that shit dope. And now I got one Future that I know of. Right. And then about a couple weeks later, my boy Hendrix, who's also signed to Wicked Money, he told me, hey, bro, I just saw you. I heard your shit with Future and Kanye. I'm like, wait, what? And I was, dope. Yeah, and so it's crazy. Now I have my two favorite artists of all time, the early 2000s, Kanye, and then now Future. My favorite producer of all time, ATL Jacob. The loop kit was called the Heavenly Loop Kit, and the sample was called God of War.
Yeah, that's
and
a
the
sign.
People that on my bio, if they go check my bio, what does it say? I make murder music, but I fear God. God is real.
Amen.
God is real, bro.
Definitely. What advice would you give for producers just starting out?
Find your purpose of why you want to do music. Like, just find your purpose. Because I feel like one thing that really made me get on my own tail, because when you're doing this, you gotta also know you're an entrepreneur. You're doing it on your own, so you gotta be disciplined on yourself. And that's one thing about me. And like I said, I post beats every day. No matter who I work with now, I post beats every day. I make sure I'm on live cooking up. I'm making sure that I'm contacting, hey, you good? You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping with everybody. I'm one of those people. I'm just very persistent. But I'm gonna say this right here, this advice for sure, and this will help me get songs for artists, because that was my purpose of doing music. Is that every week I make sure I get 2 songs done per week. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter who big, who small, who didn't pay, who did pay. Shoot, if I gotta record one just to make sure I get 2 songs, I'm gonna record. The only reason I did that is so I can understand how to actually make music for vocals. Like when someone say it's simple as it is, it's for sure simple, because you want somebody else on it. You need another instrument, which is a voice. So that's how I looked at my music. It's just that make sure you try to get songs done. Don't be that bigger person when you feel like, oh man, I'm not getting paid. No, get the song done. Learn how to make music, and I promise you're gonna see yourself going far.